This is the HaltingWinter Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Today, we're talking about the weekly Big Three. What in the world is the weekly Big Three? Before we jump into that, HaltingWinter exists to help you, business owners, scale your business, make more profit, and enjoy doing it. We want you to enjoy your work. Remember when you launched your business, how it was exciting, and even though there were obstacles and maybe stresses and fears, you just had a general excitement about you. Do you still have that excitement today? Are you still excited about your work? Or has the stress taken over? Has the overwhelm? You know, when we started business, oftentimes we were good at, we were skilled at one thing, that thing that we spent our time doing. Maybe it was creating products, selling products, doing something. But we realized real quickly that running a business and a successful business takes a lot of skills in different areas. And those areas can tend to overwhelm business owners. And if you're there, that's what we want to do. We want to give you a 6-part framework that helps align the major parts of your business so that you can accomplish a mission. And that mission should be making more money so that you can sow that back into your company to make it better, to make it thrive, to make it grow, and to also enjoy life. We want you to enjoy coming to work and spending time away from work with your family, with your friends. So we want to help you make more money so you can do that. Today, the weekly Big Three. So again, if you're interested in coaching or consulting, go to HaltingWinter.com and check out the things that we have to offer. We're launching some new masterminds and would love to have you be a part of those. You can go to HaltingWinter.com/masterminds and check out the two there that may apply to you. If you're a business owner or if you're a director of a nonprofit, maybe you're a pastor, we would love to help you in that area, in that space. So today, the weekly Big Three. You may have, I don't know if you use a day timer or, what's been popular. Michael Hyatt has his daily planner out. Don Miller, again, we use Business Made Simple in their framework for a lot of our consulting with businesses. Don has a program. He has a book he wrote called Hero on a Mission, and in that, he uses kind of his own planner that you can use, the Hero on a Mission planner. And all of these things, over the last 5-10 years, seem to have one component. And they talk about this idea of the weekly Big Three, or what are the 1, 2, 3 big things? No more than 3 usually, but what are the weekly Big Three? And what that is, what they're referring to is, what are what are you doing every week to move the ball forward, towards the destination of the short-term mission? And by short-term, we mean like a year or two. You may have a big mission, you may have a big vision that your company is walking towards, but we believe that you need to have a mission that you're trying to accomplish in a year or two that's giving your whole team really right. It's the hill that you're going to take, and that's driven by economic drivers. It's driven by how many products you're going to sell, how many clients are you going to serve. It's helping you be able to statistically know: are you having success? Are you growing? Are you making more money, more profit? What is your mission? And most business owners, why you need a weekly Big Three. And again, it doesn't have to be 3, but it should be no more than 3 because you have other things to do. You have a lot on your plate as a business owner. But if you aren't taking ground towards that mission weekly, then let me tell you, you're going to be someone who is doing this. You're going to be busy fighting fires. I remember, especially the last 5 years in my position in the church that I founded. I was the lead pastor of a church, and we were growing. We were having financial success. We were having attendance success. We were having membership success. Just everything was growing and thriving at the church, but it was so easy to get in the weeds of fighting fires. Who needed counseling, what ministry was having problems, what things needed to be dealt with. It was just always fighting fires, and there was never enough time to really sit down and go, where are we going, and what are we trying to accomplish, and how are we going to do that accomplishment? It's so easy to fight fires. And once you start fighting them, you start looking for them. And once you start looking for them, you may start creating them if that's a part of your personality. Like some of us are more wired to just always be solving little problems. And so it's easy to start seeing problems that aren't even there. So be careful that you're not fighting too many fires. Also, be careful with busy work. Busy work is the work that is all around you, but a lot of it doesn't even need to be done. It's just busy. It's just like, and that's part of the problem I think today is there's almost a badge. Like what's funny is, when you were a kid, you were part of Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts or, right, I was part of Royal Rangers, if you've ever heard of that. You're a part of these groups that help you learn these different things. And you get these badges, right? When you accomplish it, you get the fire badge. You learn how to build a fire. You get the community service badge. You went and picked up trash. You get all these different badges. It's like busy work is the badge of adults. You get the busy badge. I'm so busy, right? Is that how are you doing? I'm so busy. It's like the most common thing out of our mouths. And I just want to be like, busy with what? Like maybe that's a problem then, because you don't look good because of it. And I don't know if you're actually accomplishing anything because of it. So be careful that your schedule's not filled with busy work. And that could be, busy work could be, well, I'm trying to find new, I said in the last podcast, with, called the AI takeover. We talked about Chat GPT and just various tech things. There's always, you live in a tech world. You live where there's going to be new apps and new services and new things to see if they may help. There's just always something new. And the problem with new is you can be so busy looking and discovering that you don't actually get busy using it to accomplish your mission. And so be careful with busy work. Be careful with, work that's not leading towards something. You need to check in on something so many times. You don't always need to be checking in. You need to check in to make sure, do you need to check in? Are you checking in with purpose and intentionality? Or are you just checking in because you don't have anything to do? You need something to do. This is why the weekly big three, for you to sit down at the beginning of your week and go, what things do I need to do this week? To make sure that we are taking ground moving towards the destination of our mission, right? Our mission is to sell. Our revenue this last year was 1.8 million. So our revenue this year is going to be 2.5 million. And we've reverse engineered that, right? We're not just growing and putting a number out there for the sake of what, giggles. We're out there going, okay, that means that we need to sell this many more products. We need to secure this many more clients, right? You map it out, you reverse engineer it to just go, okay, this is what it takes. And now you're going to grow ground. You're going to go, you know what? To do that, we need a new lead generator on our website. To do that, we need to go into a new field here to secure new clients. We need to, right? What do you need to do to make that happen? So that's where the big three come in. Now, it may not be, we need a website overhaul. That may be a quarterly objective, but what are you doing to take the bites out of that elephant? This week, we need a strategy session to lay out the homepage. Next week, we need a strategy session to lay out the sub pages, right? Are you taking a bite out of that? Are you setting way markers to hit? And that's what the weekly big three is. It's always asking, what are we doing? Making sure that, sure, fires are going to come up and they need to be fought, but don't make more fires. There's going to be there's admin work. There's work that you have to do week by week to make sure that, right, the company continues to pay the bills and keep the lights on and keep things moving forward. But don't add more busy work to your plate just to be busy. Be focused. Be intentional, right? There's a time to be busy with ideas. And this is, if you're an entrepreneur, this is probably the one that's your biggest problem. It's not the fighting fires. It's not the busy work. It's the ideas. You are so busy chasing all kinds of ideas. I coach a handful of entrepreneurs who this is the problem. They can't say no to an idea. And I'm telling you, you're spread out. It's causing havoc financially in your company. It's causing havoc with forward momentum because no one really knows. It's doing this. When you are chasing ideas, your team then never knows what really is the objective. They don't really know what the mission is because you keep changing the mission. I work with a guy who runs a coffee company, and he's just brilliant, and he's just got creative, just a ton of energy. But this is his problem. He continually, all of a sudden this new idea comes up, this new opportunity, and he jumps on it. And sometimes that's good because it can come under the mission, right? That doesn't mean you don't look at opportunities, but this is why it's so important to say, what is the mission for the company this year? What is our focus? What is our intention? And how are we going to get there? So that when an idea comes up, you can put it then through the lens to say, is this taking us off track, or is this helping us accomplish this mission? And if it is, what is it going to take? Right? What investment of time, of talent, of money is it going to take if we add this to where we already are? So now you're making decisions, and instead of with an entrepreneurial spirit to just figure it out and make it happen, you're making it with some real hard tactical guidelines that are helping you figure out then because every time you say yes to something, you're going to have to say no to something. You just can't say yes infinitely without saying no. Like, it doesn't work. You only have so much time. You only have so much cash. You only have so much bandwidth. And so be careful. Again, this is why a weekly big three is important, is because it's pushing you back to your mission. It's keeping your mission in front of you, and it's actually taking bites out of that mission so that you're going to accomplish it. If you don't, and this is what's important too, at the end, so you want to start the week looking, okay, what are my big three? And maybe I don't have three, maybe I just have one this week, but you can't have more than three, or else then it's turned into busy work. What are my big three that these tasks are helping me move forward in the mission, helping me move forward on the destination? What are the big three? And then at the end of the week, you want to assess and go, where did we go? This was for me. I found that I would write big three, and then I would get so in the weeds of fighting fires and busy work and ideas that at the end of the week, I didn't accomplish anything of the big three. And so I'd write them again for the next week. And guess what? I didn't accomplish any. And I'd look and go, okay, I'm not going to accomplish the mission because my mission is actually just doing what, living week to week. And so I had to have a hard conversation with myself to go, okay, stop. This is your time for fires. This is your time for busy work. This is your time for ideas. You have a few blocks in a week to be able to do that. The other blocks are for the big three. And that's how I started accomplishing things, is I just started saying no to the things I was getting distracted by. I started saying yes to the hard work, the focus, the intentional work that was actually going to grow the company. So I want to encourage you, are you thinking that way? Do you have a mission, first off, that you're rowing towards? Not a big pie in the sky mission that anything that you choose can be lumped under that. I mean a specific mission that you have reverse engineered, and you know the steps it'll take to accomplish it. So you know what things need to be on your weekly big three that are going to help you move to the next way marker as you move closer and closer to your destination. Do you have a clear mission? Are you setting for your week a weekly big three to make you do things every week that are helping take you closer to that mission? And are you assessing yourself at the end of the week to make sure that you have actually done stuff to move towards that? Now, it doesn't mean you're always going to get the big three done, but you should be moving the ball forward. If you're not moving that ball forward, you need to have a talk with yourself and say, what am I allowing to come into my schedule that's taking me off that? Now, it may have been just a crazy week and a lot of stuff, you have justifiable reasons to go, man, it was just an abnormal week. But you can only have, one abnormal, you can't have two abnormal weeks in a row, or else now you're having patterns. Now you're going, okay, I'm giving myself to fighting fires, to busy work, to ideas. And I got to say no to that to say yes to the big thing that's going to actually move our company forward. If you have questions about that, put a comment on the YouTube page. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit us up. maybe go to the Facebook page, go to something and leave us a comment on Instagram and let us know kind of what you're chewing on. Let us know if you have this. Let us know if maybe you're in that space where fighting fires or busy work or ideas, those things are derailing you. Let us know how we can help you. And maybe you would go to HaltingWinter.com and set up a free assessment call so we can get to know you and see if some of our executive coaching, workshop, or one of our masterminds. I really encourage you, go to HaltingWinter.com/masterminds and check out the masterminds that we are launching in February. Really excited about that. Really would love to have you a part of that. We want to see your business be more successful. To be more successful means making more profit so you can pour that into your business and you can pour that into your life so you can enjoy life. You're a business owner, so you can have passion and purpose with your life, but you should be enjoying the fruits of that. You should be making money and being able to enjoy the other elements of your life, because life isn't all about business. Life isn't all about work. And so if we can help you do that, let us know. HaltingWinter.com. Until next time.